ready to go to.
Yeah, might as well. Might as well. Let's go.
All right. All right, let me
My
get off.
best. My
Yeah,
best of 2024. The movies I enjoyed the most. Um, one of them clearly should have been on there, but I just didn't know where to put it, and that was The Beekeeper, and also The Killer's Game. But moving on, here we go. Number 10.
oh snap! The Killer's Game.
It was
Hey!
a good movie. I just didn't know where to put it. I can't put it in front of the ones I enjoyed. Number 10
So
is Bob Marley's.
one love, yo. I
Really,
respect you for that, yo.
I really, really. Well, it felt it. Well, if it was supposed to be a documentary, it didn't feel like a documentary. It just felt like a good film. It
No, it was a
really,
film. Yeah.
it really. I enjoyed every moment of it. The sound, the cinematography, all of the cast members. She was probably heavy on the accent. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But other than that, I just enjoyed it. It just felt good to see. I really thought it was going. What I say? Well, this movie gonna be whack. I really don't want to see this movie. But I was sitting in the movie theaters, and I felt like I was back in the '90s watching a good old action movie about a person I know, their music, their history, and this just took the cake. So number 10.
All right, number 9.
You don't chase your fears. Don't,
you better not quote that film.
You don't chase your fears, bro.
No.
This is one of my favorite movies. I have fun. I get everything that Jay said. I get it. It's a bad movie to him. It makes sense. I get it. You know, there was scenes where we both laughed about, how in the world are they going to have? They got the technology is already good, and they saying that the technology is bad. Why not go and use that old technology that you had and just? It could have been already 20 steps ahead, but then the movie would have no substance. And even though there's no substance there, it just felt like a good 2000s movie. It felt like somebody just put on a Nelly and Ashanti song, and I was just eating it all. I was like, "Oh, this is good."
You're an action junkie.
Yeah, I am. And
you are an action junkie. I
haven't seen a storm chasing movie. I haven't seen a natural disaster movie in so long. I like watching little Frozen Empires or Subpar or whatever those crazy Netflix movies about the ecosystem just closing in on itself and making weather horrible. I love those movies, man. Twister last year, thank you. I needed one. It's been a couple of years. Number 8.
Man! Shout out to you for this, yo. Yeah.
This could have been a lot lower on my list, but the other movies I just really enjoyed those. This one, I can't wait to see what comes next. It's Caesar. I enjoyed all of those, but watching this story right now, the direction the director's taking it in, this is what I'm talking about. When I was like, have you seen all of the original Planet of the Apes? Because I seen those back in the 90s, bro.
Yes, sir. I've seen all of the originals, and I've seen the middle 2000s remakes and all that.
This is giving me those directors' films. I enjoy the direction. They had well, no, I don't know. Most of those films, they definitely looked at real. They looked at like the 80s West Side Baltimore people, just in a couple more features. But you know what? I won't even do that to y'all like that. But this movie was really good. Cast was dope. Of course, my explosions. I needed those. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's on your list.
All right. Number 7.
It's like you said, bro. I'm a junkie. Give me explosions. Give me a good. I don't need a great story. Just give me a good story. Sell it to me a little bit, And This fit and to see Henry back on screen after what everything was going on, thanks to James Gunn. So this felt good to see him at least fit into a role and kill a bunch of people. And you can't really say anything bad about it. Besides, it was just a 90s action hit. Somebody just needed to kick real fast, shoot him up, make it just seem believable, and blow everything up. Felt like watching Red, and What was those Arnold Sylvester Stallone movies?
Oh, you talking about what was that? Rejects or
It wasn't Rejects. What's the name of it?
oh my god, it's not the Rejects. It's oh my god. Was it throwaway killers or
no, nothing like that.
retired old action niggas?
It's on tip of my tongue, but whatever. Well, we'll be figuring it out. But that's what this felt like, except everything was more faster paced. Everybody's knees wasn't cracking during the movie, and it was good. It was good.
Respect. All right, number 6.
Let's go on. Another one. This is another one that I was like, all right, you want to see it? All right, cool. I'll go see it. We about to go see a mute dude beat up.
Thank you for admitting to the fact that you didn't want to see this film. I was like, nah, let's go see it. Let's just go see what it's about.
Yeah, and I was sitting there through the blood, through the gore. I was twitching in my seat like, oh, dang, Jesus. And came out the theater like, well, the director did that. The story at least lined up. What was his sister? I seen it coming, but it still was dope the way it came along, and everything checked out. Every box was checked for me for my action junkie hit of you know what? This is probably your fault. Or why all year long I've been this action junkie. So yeah. Number 5.
He gonna try to throw it at me. That's crazy.
I think it is.
Yo, but shout out to Boy Kills World. I definitely feel like that's one of the most slept on films of last year. All right.
They tried, but that promo one wasn't as good as it could have
been. Nah, that and it lost a shitload of money. But let's move on to number 5. Red One, huh?
Yeah. I know you told me it was good. I thought you just told me it was good because of the story that we got to tell this Christmas coming up. But I'm telling you, I don't know, bro. Christmas stories, holiday movies, it's just certain things that get me. And if you're telling me that, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna just say, dang, I gotta say it, right? Because I made it number 5. That movie definitely made me shed a tear. Maybe this Christmas was just crazy for me, right? And by the time I got to the end of it, I was just like, you know what? This movie ain't that bad. I actually enjoy a good Christmas movie. But The Rock do what he always do. What's my man's name? I always forget his name. He right there. What's his name, bro?
I don't remember, sir.
Shout out to him. Most of the movies I've seen him in and television shows, it's just always consistent acting and always up on par to knowing how to direct your body. Everything is, he does a great job on television and on camera, period. And it was fun to see Lucy Liu back, and she brought out some of her great karate scenes again. So yeah, that's why I made it number 5.
Okay, got you. Number 4. Woo. I don't know why people not talking about this more. You know what I'm saying? Bad Boys, Ride or Die.
Yeah, it was. I just watched it 3 more times last year. I put it on myself. I enjoy Martin and Will Smith. I think we still are. We do the reruns of Martin all of the time. If you catch them on, you just probably sit there and watch them. And of course, same thing with the Fresh Prince. Martin and Will, they just on another level, and every time they get together, they kill it. It's always out the park. Always enjoy the behind the scenes facts and knowledge of them actually working on the script, working with the cameras, and their hands-on approach to everything they do. When you compare it to everything else out there in Hollywood, you always got to give these two brothers respect. And there's no way that I was just going to let this go past. It made 4 because it just felt right? Bad Boys 4 at 4. There we go. Ride or Die.
Oh, I didn't notice that, but thank you. That was cool. Dune Part 2.
Yeah. There's really nothing to say about this. If you don't like Dune 1, then you're not gonna like Dune 2. And you're not gonna understand why it's right here for number 3 for me. I don't think it's better than Part 1, but it doesn't matter because it's continuing the story on. The story, the books are great. Again, they tried to hit it out the park with the cinematography, but it didn't hold the same weight. And I guess, like you were saying when I was complaining about it, after you see Part 1 saying the same thing over again, it's just like, it's a little mundane. But I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the story. The director is doing okay job of moving the points along. Could be better, but I'm not going to keep dissing on this movie anymore than what the critics did. Number 3 for me.
All right, we're going on to number 2. Woo-hoo. I didn't see this coming. You putting Monkey Man at number 2?
High octane energy. Thank you, Nicki Minaj. Giving me a dope line in history again. You know what it was for me, bro. It's just those. What do you got against that story?
I don't have nothing against the story. I love the film.
Yeah, it's one of those things. There's nothing that you can pick apart from it. I'm not going to go too hard. I know how you're going to go into the details. That's why I'm trying to keep mine all in this little box. But it's perfect the way that the cast is lined out throughout the movie. I like the way the scenes are set. There's another movie I've seen this year. It's an Indian film. I do not remember the name. I seen it on Netflix. It had like 3 parts. I watched all of it. I consumed it. Have no clue what the heck was going on. I just enjoyed it. And some scenes I get mixed up with Monkey Man, but as much as I remember about Monkey Man, I remember that there was no reason for me to say a word when you was like, "Oh, so did you enjoy it?" I was like, "Yeah, it was good." I didn't want to give you your props just there, but I remember that going home, and I was on the phone with my homegirl. All I kept was just like, "Yo, that movie was fire. I think I'm gonna go see it again tomorrow." He really did his thing. I'll go into my.
No, most definitely.
What's the director name?
The director is the same as the main character. So his name is, oh God, hold on, let me look it up. You know what I mean?
Really did his, like, I don't know if this was movie debut, like big screen debut.
No, he's been in a bunch of films and TV shows.
He's the main character?
Dev Patel. This is, okay, yeah. I think this might be his first leading character film.
It is crazy. It's crazy.
And it's his directorial debut. I mean, like, even the story behind this film is crazy because he shot it independently. And once it got picked up and he was there, and then I think he said he was shooting it independently. It got shut down close to the end because of COVID. And then they got some money I think he ended up borrowing some money from somewhere else so he could finish it and do some pickup shots. So, like, this is a win-win all the way around.
Yeah, when you hear what Jay's saying, I'm telling you, once you see the movie and you compare it to probably both of our lists, when you see this movie, you just it's going to take you by surprise. And it's one of those. It's
1000% agree. This is definitely one of those, once in a decade, kind of like some really great indie shit. Like, this is great indie stuff. But yeah, let me get up out of the way. Go ahead, back to your throne, sir. And then let's go to number 1 on the list, ladies and gentlemen. Deadpool and Wolverine. I saw this coming. There was no way for me to not see this coming. Why? Because I knew Fame was going to he was going to jizz all over this. That's just what it is.
There's no reason to, yo. It's no reason. If you seen the movie, they seen the movie, we all seen the movie. It's 2024. What?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
The market. It's just, it was good. It was funny as heck. He had everything he had to do. He efficiently did it in the movie. If you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I mean. From the script writing, the acting, the people that he got involved into it, even Wesley Snipes, that one little line. Look how much there'll never be another Blade. It was like the Cat Williams line last year. Like 2024 gonna be a crazy year. Predicting so much. And I'm looking forward to see what they do with Marvel moving forward from here on out. And hopefully they clean up Sony while they at it. Number 1 of all time.
Man, shout out to you, sir. That is a great, phenomenal list, sir. I know it was a lot of hard work for you. I don't know why it was hard work for you. Like, but
because, man, if you don't chase your fizz, you ride them.
Pause.
As long as you got Twister on your hated list, bro. Nah, bro. I enjoyed that. Tyler Owens all the way. Go get me a hat and a cowboy rope tomorrow. This is ludicrous.
JS1's top 10 list 2024 best films of the year. Woo, this is not gonna go the way y'all think. Killer's Game is top 10 right now. Killer's Game comes in at number 10.
I like that.
Fun script, wasn't overly complicated, wasn't overly simple. Great leading character. I think he's done enough to put himself in a position, especially as an action lead. I feel like this is something more simplified. This, to me, this is the old Sylvester Stallone formula. This is the Bruce old Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis formula. You know, one man taking on the system. Smart idea. Even though Dave Bautista is a great actor, he has a lot of range. We just need to simplify our action and just give it to us raw. I think they did a great job with that. Even his love interest and all of that stuff. I had fun in the theater watching this. Mm-hmm. Yes, it had its flaws, but I can't beef with it. Top 10. Mm-hmm. Now, I should have put something else in its place, but we'll get to it later on. Number 9 was The Gladiator 2.
Surprising.
I enjoyed this film. I understand everybody's frustration with this film. I do. I understand, you know, the racial components. I understand the you know, all that stuff. There's a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? Because Gladiator 1 was so great. But if Gladiator didn't, if this was a standalone film and this was just called Slave Nigga Takes Over the World, this would have been a phenomenal. This would have been like, yo, this is one of the greatest films I've seen. Like, you know what I mean? Denzel is bisexual in this. I mean, there's great acting, wonderful scenes. There's some fun. It was some fun elements. I enjoyed it. Being a big major budget film, it had that feel. Like, I would have to tell you there was probably only 2 or 3 films, you know, like Dune, this one, and maybe one more that was old Hollywood, all the chips on the table, and the chips were used properly. You know what I'm saying? They made the right moves as far as getting the right actors. They did the right things as far as building the sets, getting the uniforms together. Come on, bro. Like, let's talk about the nuance and the details of Gladiator 2, and why, yes, we can nitpick the fuck out of this, but it's still a great film at its core. Yes, there's a certain point where you can get mad at the storyline, but it's still a dope storyline to a certain extent. Like, I'm not beefing. And for it to be like the stepkid to the first one, I liked how they continued this. Could they have done? Yeah, yo, we could all sit here and come up with 1,000 ways to make something better. But like, when you're looking at a blank page and you go from a blank page to this, kudos, man. And at the end of the day, I was thoroughly entertained. So let's move on to number 8. Woo! Red 1.
Yeah.
Red 1. My gut was telling me this is going to be a piece of crap. I still wanted to see it. Let's start with this. I'm a huge Christmas content lover. I love Christmas short stories. I love Christmas movies. As long as you put some fun into it, you know, I don't like the Christmas depressing. You know, Aunt Sally dies in the hospital bed on Christmas, and now we all trying to recover from that. I don't like that. But if you give me some fun Christmas stories, I'm in. So when I saw this, I was like, I've never seen a Christmas action film. So I was intrigued from that. Then you add comedy. Right, action comedy. Then you put some sci-fi in there. I was like, yo, you giving me the cocaine mix of the century. I was all in on this, and they delivered. And not only did they threw everything in here. They threw some sci-fi. They threw some witches and warlords, D&D type stuff in here. They did all types of stuff in this film. and they made it make sense. They made it make fun.
Mm-hmm.
They made it work. If I were to give any, if I was to be picky and nitpicky, I would say we didn't need the cursing. And I love cursing. I'm one cursing person.
Yeah.
But in this particular film, it wasn't necessary. And the fact that they kept putting it in there was a little irritating. It's like, bro, why can't kids? Yo, I want little kids to be able to enjoy this.
Look at Jay. I like that. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought they did this film a disservice by having the cursing in it. And like when you took it to DVD, you should have taken the cursing out of it. Go ahead.
You think it's because of Chris Evans coming off his coming off his stint on Deadpool?
Yeah, maybe they thinking that everybody like cursing now. Let's go ahead and put some, and it's like, nah, we could have done without it. But anyway, let's go to number 7. Piece by piece, piece by piece, piece by piece. Though another film that Fame flat out said, I ain't going.
I'm not going.
I ain't going. I don't like Pharrell. I don't like what that nigga stand for. Fuck that nigga. And I was like, yo, yeah, I don't like that nigga at all. And I'm like, it's just a movie, my God. Yes, you did. You used that. I don't like Pharrell. I was like, God damn. I'm like, he a fellow Aries. Like, yo, give him a break, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel you, brother. I feel you. However, let me tell you my reason why I love Piece by Piece. Piece by Piece is magnificent. It takes documentary style film and then puts it into a Lego world and gives you the ability to show things that he might be saying in a fun, safe, an interesting way. So Pharrell talks about having this medical condition where he can see sounds. So if you are sitting there looking at this person in real life and he's talking about, I see sounds and I like sounds come out like colors. Well, in real life, it's kind of weird to try to make that look real. But if you're in the Lego world, there's an easy way to explain this, to show it, to make it, jump off the screen and to make it real. Same thing as, he is and the cartoon element is showing you the dichotomy of this is a creative being going off into a harsh world that has so many different layers to it. So like you've got the gangbangers that he's working with, you've got street people, you've got pop stars, and he's going into these rooms making these songs, and he's on this journey. Also explaining how he had legal troubles and financial troubles, and how he went from hot to cold and then hot again to cold again to hot. So like it's not only telling you a great story about his particular life, but they're taking these really emotional moments, they're taking these fun moments, and the Legos amplify all of it. And it is so beautiful. And I was so disappointed that Fame couldn't see it, because as a creative himself, I really feel like he could connect with the character. Not Pharrell, we get it. You know what I mean? But to just remove that and say, looking at a creative tell his story through a very creative medium, I just thought it was genius. So like, shout out to Pharrell. Let me move on to number 6. Woo! Once again, I'm disappointed in my partner. My partner in crime.
I love this movie. I love this movie.
I saw Fall Guy 3 times, bruh. I took my parents to see Fall Guy. That's how much I love Fall Guy. Fall Guy is a phenomenal film. Honestly, should have been higher on my list, but it had some stiff competition. But so enjoyed the film. I don't know what this guy's talking about. He knew I had fun watching this movie. I don't know why he didn't have it on his best film, because he had some bullshit on his best film that didn't need to be on there. This definitely should have been on there. And that's all I got to say. If you want to hear my review on it, real reviews. Yeah. So let's go to number 5. Deadpool Wolverine. Do I really need to go into a long soliloquy about how good the movie is? Yes. Why is it at number 5 and not at number 1? Is because there are laundry list of great things about this film, and I respect. But there's also some critical things that I didn't need. this was still a kid's film. There was a whole lot of potty mouthing that I just felt to be
this
excessive.
was not a kid's film. This is not. Come on, I thought we had this discussion. This was not a kid's film.
I didn't say it was a kid's film, but kids. These are based on characters that children love. Wolverine is a character that children love. Deadpool is a character that children love. All right. Oh, let me show you how. Let me correct this for you. Is there children toys made out of Deadpool? Are there Deadpool children toys? Yes, there are.
Teenager toys.
Yes, they are. They are children's toys, and everybody buys them. I get it. You're trying to protect your guy, but let's be honest. I know I was dating one chick. She was like, yo, I didn't even know this Deadpool thing. It's such a cartoon. I didn't know it was a rated R thing. And I'm like, I'm not saying that she's not an idiot for not reading, but she was like, I took my son to see this and we had to walk out the theater. It was just so much going on. And I'm like, I get it. You know what I mean? If you're not paying attention and you see Marvel and you think it's all cool. Now, mind you, I'm not trying to clean the film up. Don't do that. I'm not trying to say it all needs to be sugar plums and no cursing. I just felt like it started getting corny and obsessive. The same way when you hanging out with white boys and they get a couple of chuckles off the dick joke, then they want to add on a couple more dick jokes. Then sooner or later, the entire night is all about dicks, and then they want to like try to rub their dick on your leg and do some. But yo, you're doing fucking too much, bro. Like, and that's how the film starts to get after a while. It almost feels like they're trying to rub some dick on your leg, and I'm like, yo, yeah, it started to get. I get it. Yeah, it started to get a little bit annoying, but it was still a great film. And I went and saw it 2 times just to make sure that my disdain wasn't unjustified. The second time I saw it. Halfway through the film, I was like, I'm done with this shit. But shout out to Deadpool and Wolverine, man. Great film. I should have went triple. It did, actually. All right, number 4. Dune Part 2.
Okay.
No, don't do that. Let me see. Where's my other button at? There we go. All right, Dune Part 2. I was displeased with Dune Part 1 because I really felt like they rushed through a bunch of elements. This is a phenomenal story that I've loved since childhood. And when I saw the first film, I just felt like they didn't pick the right lead character. I still don't believe the actor they picked to be the lead male character, I didn't like. The chick they picked to be the lead female character, I don't like her either. Don't like them personally. I don't like them for the part. And it brought the film down. Their lack of acting, their inability to act. I think they're just young. And some of the people that they surrounded them with are great actors. It really stagnated the film. The way they screwed up a lot of the script stagnated the film. So then we go into the second one. I'm super afraid that we're going to continue with this trend. However, that's what makes Part 2 so great. It elevated all of the content. They took the time in the second film to tell you more lore. They took time in the film to actually build the character, to force the actors to emote more, to bring more to bring more gravitas and bring more. And like, let's be honest, this lead character kid is probably 5'5", leading a bunch of dudes that's 6'8". You know what I mean? So it takes something to really try to, this little skinny kid. I could piss on him and knock him over. Like I don't. He's not believable as a leader, but he did a great job in developing his acting skills, and they started to learn how to shoot him in a way that gave him more of a leader's feel and a leader's look to a certain extent, even though he ain't nothing but 4'6". So, but shout out to the movie. I think they did a great job, and it made me very excited to see Dune 3. And yeah, let's just move on to the next thing. Number 3. Bad Boys. Right. Man, Martin doesn't seem as stiff. He doesn't seem like he's still in recovery, which is a great thing. I think that speeding up the story, as much as people might have issues with some of the details of the film, I think that's what made the film. Yo, let's speed this shit the fuck up. It's Bad Boys. Let's get some shit to explode. Hot women, beautiful scenery in Miami. Let's tighten up the writing. Let's not waste time trying to make a whole bunch of jokes work or a whole bunch of weird and awkward scenes. I think they nailed. I think they came up with a medley of set piece scenes that came off beautifully. And I felt like in this film they did a great job of doing perfect callbacks to, you know, establishing future characters, or, you know, characters that existed in older films, and then them doing things here. I think what they made a mistake was in part 3. I think they were doing a little too much, and it got janky to a certain extent. I think in part 4, there were so many moments where people were standing up in the theaters and cheering and it's like,
yeah,
the very definition of a summer blockbuster film with actors, and actors and people that, you know, deserve to be in that space to show you. Like Will Smith got back to showing you why the fuck he was that guy for all of those years. So shout out to him and Martin Lawrence. All right, number 2, baby. Number 2. So disappointed in my guy. Why am I disappointed?
That is number 2.
Yo, we talking about. This is a story about a possible future in our country. We are talking about a film that, you know, for a group of people to dare to write a story in a time period when we all as Americans are fearing what tomorrow is going to look like. That's first of all, the fact that you do that is ingenious. The fact that you take real elements of our real life and you put them into the story, and you show America how ugly it can be. How much of, and it's not done, and let's be honest, this is not done distastefully. It's not over the top. It's not exaggerated. See, Mad Max is the exaggerated future of, well, this is what happens in America, and everybody's going crazy and they're wearing wild outfits. No, see, because then you, the viewer, can disconnect yourself from that and say, man, that ain't me. We could never be like that. But let's put 2-3 years on it and say in 2 or 3 years, the democracy falls apart. The country splits in two because people feel a certain way. And now you got 2 and 3 different paramilitary groups. And now they're attacking each other. And now you've got American on American. And we're all living in that reality. And now you have to travel across this country in that reality. And what does that look like? What does all of this American pride and American as pumpkin pie and all that other stuff that we say, all of this stuff that we think that we're better than everybody else. You strip all of that away, because the reality of it is that there's only a very thin line between Americans being civil and helpful and loving and them being dark, ugly, seedy, like disgusting people. And that movie shook a lot of people to their core. A lot of people watched the film and wanted to ignore the message that was being brought to bear. And I think that is disrespectful. So number one, you've got that level. Then you have the story of a reporter whom is struggling with her own issues of self-value, her own issues of whether or not she should still be doing this. Knowing, even though she knows she's contributed to this corruption, how much she's already programmed and stuck in it, even though she's trying to ward this other young lady off from doing what she's doing. And man, it's just so much to this film that is so beautiful and dark and like, to me, this is a horror film. This is a horror film, my nigga, but it's a horror film in the best way possible. And like when I see Fame put it on the worst stuff, I'm like, wow, how in the world could you miss it? But my guy, I mean, I respect his opinion. He likes what he likes, but this type of stuff that's steeply layered in all these different layers of things that you have to think about and all these subtle little things. I'm going to admit, these are things you have to watch. There's so much subtlety in it. You know, there's so many little things if you're not paying attention. There's so much attention to dialogue and what's being said between characters and these moments, these scary little moments. And no, it's not a big moment where somebody cuts somebody's head off and runs down there with a hit. It's like, it's not that. But I mean, there's this scene where there's a couple of guys, some regular old American niggas, and they're in the countryside. You know, we in the middle part of America, and you know, the little reporting team, they get pulled, you know, they don't get pulled out of that car, but you know, somebody comes up missing. They find out she's at this person's house in their backyard. And when you first pull up, you see the missing person that they've been looking for, and you see these 5 guys with these machine guns. And then as you get closer and closer to them, you see that these 4 or 5 dudes have a mass grave where they've killed hundreds of people. And they're just casually just rolling these dead bodies into this big ass grave that they dug out. And you're like, what the, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is going on? And then now this group of unarmed reporters are trying to negotiate their way out of not only, you know, not dying, but they're trying to get their friend back and not like piss these guys off who are armed to the teeth and obviously a bunch of mass murderers. There's layers in that. That's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it just made how amazing how that film is. And I love this film. And I just really hope that people give it a chance and just, you know, don't blow it off just because it's not, you know, I know y'all niggas want Hollywood shit all of the time, but this is a great, great film. And yes, it has its flaws. I'm not saying that this is a flawless film, but what I am saying is that if you were to really take the time to, if anybody takes the time to watch it and then rewatch it, yo, there's so much to take out of that, man. And I'm blessed to have been able to see it, and I'm grateful to be able to own it to this day because I've paid full price for it. So shout out to this film. And
I like it. Fox 25 originals.
Thank you, sir. Number 1 film of 2024 is American Fiction, baby. How the hell?
Didn't see it. I didn't see that one.
Yes, you did. We both saw
No,
this
we went to go see Magican. No, we went to go see the Secret Society of Magical Negroes.
We saw both. We saw you and I saw. What the fuck you mean?
You took somebody to go see this one. I gave you the ticket for that. I didn't see this one with you. I'm positive. I wanted to see it. I just didn't get the chance to see it. I had to cancel and I gave you the ticket.
You know what? I saw this by myself. I couldn't find nobody to go to the theater with me. And you know what? You're right. I did. And I remember being super uncomfortable because it was majority white people in the theater for this film. And it was a packed theater. It's a packed theater with an all-black cast. And it was probably 150 white people and maybe 10 black people. And I'm like, I got whites to my left, whites to my right, white behind me, white in front of me. It was crazy. You know, if you've seen the reviews on this film, whether it be from us or from anybody else, I don't have to explain why this is a phenomenal film. Not because of the racial components, but because of the phenomenal cinematography, the phenomenal writing, the phenomenal casting, the subtleties of the beauty of, and as much as I guess white people are not going to understand this, it's nice for black people to be written where we're not like the struggle, or we out of the struggle, and you know, or we're stupid rich and now we're irresponsible and we're driving Lamborghinis, and it's just like, no, this family is an upper middle class family. They're not struggling for money. You know, they have assets, but they're not gaudy. They're not wearing big Gucci rings and yeah, baby. It's like they're educated. It's an educated family that speaks proper English, that is matriculated into, you know, upper middle class society. They have a beach house. They have a winter house. You know what I mean? They have things and they have real problems. Not, you know, oh, aunt such and such died of heroin overdose. No, they have real, normal, everyday problems. And they are struggling with their identity. They're struggling with their other things. There's a bunch of stuff. I don't want to give away the storyline, but It's funny, it's intellectual, it's sad in a lot of different paces. It'll damn near bring you to tears. I mean, the writer is masterful and the director is masterful at taking you through these ranges of emotions with these very skilled actors and actresses to bring you something so very heartfelt, but also deeply meaningful, man. And it doesn't take you through this shit and then just give you a happy ending. You know what I mean? It gives you a real ending. It takes you through these, these complex themes, and it's just like great film. I don't, and now that I even think back, nothing touched this film of last year. Like, I don't care. Gladiator was great. Don't touch American Fiction. This shit is fire. Civil War, close second, but doesn't touch. This is fire. And I recommend this film to anybody. And I challenge anybody to come up with something better than this. You got to be crazy. So, and I'm mad that initially this was one of those films that it didn't. I mean, they said they had a theatrical release, but it was only available in like some random spot in the middle of DC, and like it wasn't made available to us until the first week in January or second week in January. But I'm so happy that they did that because this film is a treasure. So that's all I have to say about that. Now, bring yourself on screen, sir. All right, what I want to say. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What were you saying?
No, I said I'll make sure I check it out now.
All right. So what I will say is I have honorable mentions. My number one honorable mention I would like to say is Monkey Man. I'm so very sorry I didn't add it to the list. And I would like to say now I could have the Killer's Game or the Killing Game, whatever number 10 was, I should have bumped that off and I should have put Monkey Man on it. I should have put. I'm wrong for not having Monkey Man somewhere on that list. I'm wrong for that. So I will take that. I would also like to say Boy Kills World. Definitely deserving to be on the list. I just could not find something that I would bump to put that on there, but I'm not saying that. The last one for the top is Trap. We saw Trap.
No,
I enjoyed Trap.
I didn't see Trap with you. You called me right after you saw it. He was like, bro, you should have came. This movie was good. I missed so many movies last year with you. That's how I say, how in the world did I see 33 movies last year? So how many did you see if you count the total up?
Oh, I don't know. I don't even care. I wasn't paying attention like that. But Trap was good, man. Trap was really good. Totally enjoyed that film. Definitely deserves to be mentioned. It doesn't deserve to be on the list, but it definitely deserves to be mentioned. And then I want to add an honorable, this was horrible list, was Beekeeper. You know what I mean? Let's just say it. Let's be honest. Oh my God.
My girl was up on there from the Cosby. What's her name in the beginning of the movie?
Felicia Rashad.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, man, Jason can't make bad action movies, bro. What's wrong, man? He just went there and whooped everybody up. You loved the shark movie the other year. Megalodon.
I did not. I didn't see it. So no, I didn't. I didn't see Megalodon.
You didn't see Megalodon?
I still haven't seen Megalodon. So yeah, you can't. Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. I didn't see them. I want to see it. But I don't know what happened that I didn't go see it. It was something where we had to break ranks. And I'm disappointed, man, that there were two really important movies that we should have seen together and we didn't. I definitely wish American Fiction and you had gone to see it with me.
Yeah, and what was the other one? American Fiction and
something on my top 10 list. I'll have to look it up. But it was definitely something fire. All right, so come on, man. Like I did this for a reason because I really wanted you to sit back and just let the year wash over you, man. Like, how do you feel about films as a total? Now, I mean, just from last year, and the industry.
Films as a total right now. Remember, I came in the last year like, man, only thing that's gonna be good is Deadpool. I ain't had no faith in nothing coming in after 2023, and we seen a lot of movies in 2023, but a lot of movies it was basic. It was the same thing, and that happened again this year. But if you really take a look at our worst list, even over again, some of our worst, you're still gonna see in other people's tops when you check out their reviews. So it's not like last year picked up. They did. I think they, and not that they couldn't have did it in 2023 because most of these films could have came out in 2023. They just staggered it the right way so that cinematography could be elevated for 2024. And I'm hoping that we get some good movies this year. But from the rundown, even on Disney side, I haven't seen anything coming out this year that's got me excited. I'm not excited about the Captain America joint. What else am I not really feeling right now? I can't even think off the top of my head. I'm still thinking about all the movies from last year. But overall,
I can take us through real quick. We can take us through biggest movies coming in 2025, man. Like that's August, that's March, that's November, that's February. Okay. So let's go January.
But
all right, so you got Wolfman coming. Star Trek Section 31. I don't think that's getting a theatrical release. I think that's just going to come out on Paramount Plus. And because I don't, not saying that I wouldn't go see it in the theater. I'm a Trekkie, so I would have to go because I'm obligated.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't want to go. You know what I mean? That's not really my thing. Witcher, Sirens of the Deep. I think that once again, I think that's a TV show. Or am I wrong? Is this a movie?
I ain't heard about that at all. So that has to be a TV show, bro.
Right. You've got Captain America: Brave New World. You got Paddington in Peru. You've got The Monkey, which I don't know what the hell that is.
Excited about Paddington, right?
No, not at all. And The Legend of Ochi, which I don't know what The Legend of Ochi is. So let me see if there's any January, June, July. All right, so I think March is where. All right.
Again, so I see those.
Well, some of them I'm going by month. So February is Captain America: Brave New World, Paddington in Peru, The Monkey, and Legend of Ochi. And then we go to March, which is Sinners, Black Bag, Snow White. Why would I see that? Alto Night, Minecraft movie. I think is dumb. Mickey 17 is going to be great. That's about the guy that signs his contract where he could be brought back to life an infinite amount of times and they could kill him and whatever. So, and then you got Until Dawn.
Is that what you call it from the game?
What you mean?
Until Dawn, the video game that's got a movie. I'm trying to find it real fast.
There you go. Until Dawn. Yeah.
If that is, I'm excited to go see that. Then, if this is based off the game, because I had a lot of fun.
All right. So let's run on. We got in May, we got Thunderbolts, we got Lilo and Stitch, we got Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. I have faith in Thunderbolts. I have faith in Mission Impossible. I have zero faith in Karate Kid Legends. What is this? The John Wick ballerina film. Not really excited about that. Elio. I don't know what that is. Why do we need another How to Train Your Dragon? I don't know. Why do we need that stuff, man? It's so stupid. So you got, yeah, I guess so. So then you got 28 years later.
I do want to see that.
You got Megan 2.0.
Never seen part 1.
You got F1, which I don't know what that means.
The car, the race car.
Oh, okay, got you.
Is that what the title they decided on?
Didn't we just see one last year, the year before last?
It could be something, but I should be the right one. But what's Jurassic World Rebirth?
There you go. I don't know. Jurassic World Rebirth. You got Superman. You got Smurfs movie, and then you got Fantastic Four: First Steps.
All right, I'm gonna have to go to YouTube after this. I don't remember like none of these trailers.
Okay. Well, a lot of them don't have trailers out, so don't get too excited. Hold on. Maybe we're going to. No, that's too far. It's too far. All right, too fast, too far. So where's my June? Here's my July. Okay, and then where's August? August is right here. Bad Guys 2, The Naked Gun, Battle of Back-Tan Cross, Freakier Friday, Thread and Insidious Tale, The Conjuring Last Rites, and then you've got The Bride. All right.
You haven't been watching these scary movies, bro. I've been hearing that these scary movies is getting scarier.
That's exactly the reason why I don't need to watch them. You got Saw 11. You've got Michael, which is the Michael Jackson film. You got Tron Ares. We have Good Fortune. We've got Black Phone 2. You've got Mortal Kombat 2. And then you've got Predator Badlands. All right. And then
Is that
off of
a Hulu original?
which one? The Predator
Predator
Badlands?
Badlands?
They said they have 4 Predator films already ready to go. I don't know if this is the cartoon version or the real life, whatever. They got a bunch of them. So we don't see. I don't know. So you got
Me 3. Okay.
Yep, The Running Man, Wicked for Good, Zootopia 2, Five Nights at Freddy 2, Avatar, Fire and Ash. We have another Avatar film coming.
Oh yeah. Did I enjoy that? I don't even remember.
So that is our list of what's coming up next year. So you were saying, hey, you have no faith, and then now you just saw a list
that I have no faith.
Well, so you're saying that you're not excited about
nothing really on that list. Nothing is doing it.
I mean, Captain America. Why aren't you? Tell me why you're not excited about Captain America again.
I didn't like the first cuts of the trailers, and as much as I did like Sam's Disney Plus debut, by the end of it, I liked it a lot of more Apple TV products than that. So yeah, I'm not excited. I'm not excited to follow Cap like this. I think I'll just go with the comic books and keep it.
Thunderbolts.
No, I never followed them growing up, and I'm just not excited from what I seen on the trailer. So I'm gonna watch it though. But you know,
I'm excited to see Thunderbolts. I want to see the Captain America one. Want to support the lead black character. Anything that's got black people at the forefront in Marvel, I really want to be a part of. I want to see it. Do I feel like Middle America is going to show up? I don't know. And that's my concern, is that I feel like black people aren't going to show up because they're going to have they niggas is going to be in their feelings. You know, the same way you in your feelings. Oh no, it ain't really, it ain't the and it's just like
it ain't media, man. I mean,
it ain't that bad, but it's like, yo, all right, I get it. And then white people ain't gonna go because they're gonna be like, I ain't trying to see no nigga with wings. So it's like he doomed, he doomed on both sides. It's just like, damn,
nigga with wings.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's what it's like being an average black man. Black people don't give a fuck about you because you just not,
I'm not gonna go support nothing just because it's black, right? That's not a good enough reason just to be support things. I wasn't moved by the trailer. Neither one of them.
What was supposed to happen that you didn't see happen?
Nothing. You know I like action stuff. You know what bitch gonna get added, but it didn't feel like that. It just felt like Black Hawk Down, or what's that movie?
Black Hawk Down.
No, not even Black Hawk Down. What's that movie? What is that white guy?
This is a spy movie. It's a spy movie with the Hulk.
Something House Down. What was the White House Down?
Yeah, White House
Down. And they had like one or two of them. And who was that? What's that guy name? Jason something or what? I don't know. It's probably not Jason. But that's all it gave me. It's not nothing against
it's the Hulk.
Guy. What's my guy? Oh, I'm not even interested. I know who they went and got, but I still don't. I'd rather watch the Indiana Jones one. Listen, I'm not interested. That's it. It's nothing against the people playing these characters. The story just looked basic and boring.
It's not white for you.
It's not that.
Look at your list from 2024.
And then go compare those trailers to that trailer. It's basic. And
what are we talking about? The Captain America trailer is better than all of those film trailers. What are we talking about?
Looks basic and boring.
Oh my
Snore God. Fast 2025.
So, are you willing to say, if we go to the theater, we see it, and it end up being great, are you willing to come on camera and say that you was wrong?
Yeah, of course. I love Monkey Man now. I love Boy Kills World. If I get there and it's not a snooze fest, and they got something other than them playing poker in a trailer, I'm sold.
Other than playing poker in a trailer?
Yeah, that's basically
crazy. All right. All right. You've done enough. You've done enough for today. All right. What about the Fantastic Four reboot?
I haven't seen nothing about this. I don't even. What
yes, you have.
I ain't seen no trailer for it either.
Yeah.
But,
No, it's not a trailer. You didn't see it. First of all, you don't watch Marvel trailers, so stop saying that shit. So
No,
so stop.
I did watch the Captain America one.
They had, remember when they dropped the artwork where they had all of the actors in cartoons on the same thing together? It was like a cream background, and they were all wearing their they put them in them older
there's a poster for the Fantastic Four joint.
Fuck yeah, nigga, that shit been out since early last year.
I didn't see that. I didn't even see the cast. The only thing I know about Fantastic Four was what I seen in what was that? The Multiverse of Madness, where they had the Reed Richards. Like, I haven't seen anything else about Fantastic Four.
All right, and I know you're wrong because I'm the one that have shown it on the show multiple times. I brought it to Black Nerd Podcast, so I've literally posted this on the Black Nerd Podcast multiple times.
Nope, didn't see that.
Oh, hold on. Let me hold on. Let me put up another joint. Let's see which one is which. Okay, bam. Bam.
Still snowing. Jesus. No, I did not see that. But okay, I did see something about Pedro inside of that outfit. So that's bringing back a little memory. But wasn't Pedro, and look at this. This looks disgusting.
What's wrong with this?
It just looks so. It looked like the 80s Fantastic Four comic book. And they just took it and the AI did some images on the faces. That's it. I can't wait to see it though. Hopefully it's good. I do like all of the other Fantastic Fours. So technically I shouldn't. So I probably enjoy this more than I. And again, it's not because Sam's black, bro. I promise.
This nigga is such a professional. You are a professional hater, my friend. And I'm allow you to just live in your space. I'll keep praying for you and hoping that we can find a space for you to find happiness and just enjoy films again. You know what I mean? Instead of just hating, bro. You be hating. So with that being said, we out of here.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all. If you're watching this the whole full 131, that's because you're on Patreon and we love you. And if you're not, subscribe to the YouTube channel and show some love. And with that being said, we out of here, pimpin'.
We out of here.
Peace.